All right, what's going on, guys? Monday morning, day after the Super Bowl. I'll be honest, waking up this morning, miserable. Had a headache, sinus headache. Not to mention, Eagles are Super Bowl champs. I went to bed with about 3 minutes to spare in the fourth quarter. I did not want to watch them celebrate. I did not want to see Saquon Barkley celebrating as a Philadelphia Eagle and a world champion. Obviously, waking up this morning, social media, it was all over the place. Couldn't avoid it. It was inevitable that this was going to happen. How the season played out. Giants' 100th season, by far the worst as a fan in my lifetime, being a Giants fan. Can't get any worse than this, honestly. What is worse than your best player, your fan favorite player on the Giants, leaving your favorite team, going to a crosstown rival, and not only having a record-breaking year, win a Super Bowl in the first year? And this is ultimately where Giants general manager Joe Schoen went wrong. I always said I didn't want Saquon back, and I still stand by that. But man, you should have traded him when you had the chance. I don't care about locker room vibes, because this is where Joe Schoen messed up. And I was listening to some guy, Authentic, on Bleacher Report, Giants fan, very good guy. Give him a read on Bleacher Report. He made a good point. Other teams, other good organizations, they do not keep players for too long. They don't. If they don't work out, they get rid of them. Chicago Bears, they kind of realized right then and there after the 2-3 year mark, Justin Fields was not the answer to their prayers. They also had the benefit of taking number 1 overall Caleb Williams, so he was expendable. The Steelers drafted Kenny Pickett in the first round in 2022. Kenny Pickett is now Jalen Hurts' backup in Philly. Steelers realized that he was not the guy, and they got rid of him. And in return, they brought Russell Wilson in and pretty much upgraded their quarterback room, bringing along Justin Fields, who helped them win a couple games until Russell Wilson was able to play. And the Steelers were a pretty decent team this year for pretty much everything being considered. They were good. Then you got the Eagles, probably the best formed team in all of football. I hate him, but he's a good GM, probably one of the best execs in the NFL. Howie Roseman. He picked Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. And in 2 years, he realized, it just didn't work out. He traded him to the Vikings and got something back in return for him. Joe Schoen did a little bit of that with Leonard Williams, but he is an aging vet and still a pretty good player and had a great year this year. Another Giant that had a great year, not on the Giants. Go figure. Steelers, they drafted Chase Claypool in the second round. He had 9 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards his rookie year. Then the following 2 years, he had really bad years. They got rid of him. They didn't keep him on and hopefully that he would return. No, they got rid of him. And the Giants don't do that. They got rid of Kadarius Toney. He went to the Chiefs, won a Super Bowl. Obviously now he stinks, but they didn't do anything with him. They kept Darius Slayton when you could have traded him by the end of the trade deadline. You could have gotten at least a 5th or 6th round pick on a contending team that was dealing with injuries, like the Chiefs. You don't think the Chiefs would have wanted Darius Slayton last night? They could have definitely used him. Joe Schoen stands pat. Now Slayton is a free agent. He will walk. He will not return to the Giants, and the Giants will receive nothing back for him. Should have traded Saquon Barkley last year. But nope, and you knew you weren't going to pay him. So why didn't you fucking trade him? And this is where I have zero faith in this regime, this front office, and the same old story, same song and dance. John Mara doesn't know what the fuck he is doing. The people he is hiring don't know what the fuck they are doing. And it's just a revolving door over there at 1925 East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife. I can't stand it. I'm a Knicks fan. Basketball is my 4th favorite sport. Look at what the Knicks are doing the moment James Dolan, one of the worst owners in all of sports, realized, you know what? I don't know a lick about basketball. I'm going to hire Wild Wild West, Worldwide West, and I'm going to bring in Leon Rose, 2 guys that know the game, know the sport, know the players, know the ins and outs, and I'm going to step the fuck back. He did that with the Rangers. They went almost to the Stanley Cup last year. They had the best record in the entire hockey league. Like, John Mara, it starts with you, bud. But Joe Schoen fucked this up to begin with. He had all the power to make all the moves he wanted. He could have traded up if he wanted to. He didn't. And now, I expect this offseason with a lot more salary cap coming back to us, we're going to overspend like crazy because they're going to be desperate to save their jobs. And that just is a recipe for disaster. So, basically, I just don't know why our GM can't be like other teams' GMs. Realize players are not going to fucking be good. You can't develop them. Trade them before you fucking just let them walk for nothing. And the prime example of this player, Jalen Hyatt, you traded up to get him, and he fucking doesn't play, and he looks like a fucking bust. But you're probably going to just let him ride out his rookie contract, and you're going to let him walk. Just like you're going to let Saquon walk, and Darius Slayton. Fuck.